Hey guys, welcome back, Morris here, and we have today Phoenix Point, and this is an awesome build. Okay, I'll through it as quickly as possible I can, but there are three builds I can think of, and we are talking about Heavy Berserker. So, Heavy Berserker, you already probably know what the case is about, and there are few key points, well, there are a lot of, but few key points which makes it's pretty hard to build because there are many choices. Let's start with the important part and see how this combination works together. One thing absolutely how and why this build is awesome is because of Adrenaline Rush. Adrenaline Rush, what it does, makes every action cost only one action point, and it goes really well together with Heavy, where you have a weapon that uses 3 of them. So whenever it's enabled, you can shoot your heavy weapon 4 times if you haven't moved. 4 instead of basically 1, which is the base of the game. Next thing, of course, you have the Rage Burst, so you are kind of with Heavy itself pushed to ranged attack. From other hand, Berserker is a melee build, it's made for melee, so, and both of the options are there, so that's why it's really tough. You can go melee build, you can go ranged build with Rage Burst, and you have also Demolisher build, so that's the problems. But let's just continue. So Adrenaline Rush works together works together with weapon type, which is for Heavy. Pretty awesome. Then as well you have a Rage Burst, which shoots 5 times now, but it really awesomely goes together with Armor Break, because Armor Break, whenever you enable it, every single piece will be removing the armor, which makes this gun, literally this gun shoots out with Rage Burst 60 times, 60 bullets, and wherever the bullet lands there are 50 armor removed. You can remove basically all the armor in quite big range, so they go together. Then what's next? Next we have Close Quarter Evade, which reduces the damage received if enemies 10 tiles. 10 tiles is pretty big radius. Again, you know how it goes together? It goes together with Heavy Armor. Remember, this is the Heavy Armor guy that basically has also missile and all that, and if you have reduced incoming damage, you can actually, this is the build where you can send in your guy between enemies and he will keep standing and just shooting everyone. So this really goes together with the armor itself, right? Then what we have next, the Bloodlust. Obviously, the Bloodlust goes together with the build with Close Quarter Evade and Heavy Armor. So you are heavy, you're standing there, you are receiving maybe some little damage, and that damage then is transferred back to more your output damage and speed, where speed is kind of essential also for you because you can build a melee build. And then as you are standing in between enemies, you can have this basically ignore, panic, and mind control, which are kind of big deal if you send Heavy guy and then someone tries to mind control. So he can absolutely be a fortified killing machine, and that's not it. While we are at it, we have our Heavy guy sent in between enemies. That's the melee build, basically, like bash and increase damage. Huge, but you also can have Warcry, and it costs only 3 willpower without any action points. So you literally can be between enemies, stand there, be immune to mind control, make them all. Imagine all enemies have also 4 action points. With Warcry they're reduced to 2, which means none of them can actually use Heavy Sniper Rifle, what other abilities I don't know, I haven't controlled them all, but there are many abilities where they require more action points, and whenever you mass reduce it with Warcry, it's amazing. 2 abilities are only ones. The Inspire probably would be something you don't want to take, and either you take Rage Burst or you make a Boom Blast build. And Boom Blast, again, you can enable that. Basically you need it for only for increased range, because otherwise you enable Adrenaline Rush. They cost the same, and here with Adrenaline Rush you can shoot 4 freaking times, 4 freaking explosions. And of course, if you enable Boom Blast before it, you can also use for free your mounted weapon and then increase damage. It's, oh my god, and the problem here is you want it all. And here, this guy is absolute madman. I have a Reckless, I have Strongman, and I have also Close Quarters. So basically I can... This is absolute Terminator, to be honest. It's if I can pick everything and I don't know, fully load strength, willpower, speed, this dude becomes Terminator. Literally, he's just going through. Nothing can kill him. And did I mention? Did I? No, I didn't. I absolutely didn't. This guy has also jetpack, so we can sacrifice a little bit speed because you can use jump jet. Then you have 1 action point left. Then you can enable, if you want to, but I would not suggest, Adrenaline Rush, and still use one of the blasting possibilities, or with armor break, or shoot just mounted. And then next turn you just enable Adrenaline Rush and shoot 4 times, or use armor. It's I tested it out. I tried it out. Skill. My guy was shooting. Actually, I gave him this weapon because the range is a little bit higher, and just the damage itself and whatnot. And what happened? What happened was I enabled armor break first, then took Rage Burst, and every shot landed in different parts, and actually most of the time I hit 2 parts with 1 projectile, and at the end there was 250 armor removed. There were some parts I didn't hit because there's only 5 times you're shooting with this, but literally the skill was half of the everything was without a single armor. It's basically open for killing, and on almost dead as well. I landed all 5 shots. And if I had instead, where is my stupid Deceptor? I just removed Deceptor, this gun, then all the armor basically, because you shoot 60 times. It's just insane. It was insane. Skill is just ridiculous, and it's just beginning. You can before that shoot a few times in the back of this guy and get this. I was without this bloodlust bonus even, and I was just standing in the first location. Whew, okay, so I'll try to build. This is a really tough build because you really want more soldier points. I will okay, 1 extra point here. If you build your Berserker heavy combination from Berserker, you have mutated chest armor. You lose automatically mounted weapon. You automatically removes kind of boom blast bonuses, because you want, if you're going boom blast and grenade launcher build, you definitely want also have a mount. Okay, so this build is only melee or only heavy shooting projectiles, and also it doesn't matter. It's still lost of jetpack is kind of jump jet. It's kind of not so great. Not even speaking this crazy arm. Another thing. If we are still building from this Berserker start, I think I would pick up this regeneration torso. I will. The problem with this is it keeps giving you health points, and if you are counting on bloodlust, if you are not receiving any incoming damage, you will be healed over time and thus reduce damage and the slower speed. right? Because if you want this kind of sweet spot where you guys kind of still alive, still can't be killed, and doing extra damage because of health lost, right? In this case, if you have this chest, it heals you up, okay? But from other hand, whenever you have this chest, all injured parts and general hit, blah blah blah. I think it was based on DNA mutations, capabilities. The parts are restored. So in this case, you basically can kind of skip this, because this is the part where the disabled parts are remaining functional, is kind of covered by this armor. From other hand, of course, you're still you can be mind controlled and you can still have a panic. Kind of not, but okay. Anyways, so why we needed to shift chest, of course, so we can have two-handed weapon. And let's remove the garbage out of it and give him one. Just because you remember, enemies also tend to aim at your head, so you need to protect your head. Screw it. All right, so I will make this guy. It's problematic. Imagine if you are building a melee guy, then jump jet also kind of makes sense because you can jump right in this situation. But okay, nevertheless, you definitely want adrenaline rush. You can leave rage burst out. From one hand, from other hand, if you suddenly see a skill or Chiron or someone, you probably already spent some points moving, so you can't 3 or 2 times with only 2 or 3 hits take down with this Warhammer. It's too little damage. But instead, if you have a rage burst and you have those 3 action points, that's where Chiron will go down. Especially if you can enable armor break before, then every shot will absolutely take away all the armor. Only skill has more than 50 armor. All the Chirons will have all the armor removed, and it's just it absolutely devastating combo. So okay, let's try to go melee build. Armor break. Yeah, we want it. Alright, Warcry. Hell yeah. Reduce damage. Yeah, kind of. Boom blast. Inspire. Something like this. And as I said, as funny as it sounds, because if you are using adrenaline rush, you can't use rage burst afterwards. If you use rage burst in the same turn, there's no point of enabling adrenaline rush, right? So it kind of excludes one another. But the problem is, let me explain the problem and why they're really similar. Both of them have minus 50 accuracy when you use them, so that's out of the question. Rage bursts shoots 5 times. With adrenaline rush, 5 times, and you can use 1 action point. It's kind of good, but the problem is you shoot at one target in one direction. If you can line up, you shoot 5 times and then 1 time you move, one action point. With adrenaline rush, you can't move at all, kind of, or you move, then you have only 3, but you have 4 action points, 4 shots, but you can shoot 4 different targets. So you see, they kind of cancel each other out, but they kind of really similar. 4 shots or 5 shots with movement, 4 targets or just 1 target. You see, and that's why I sorry. That's how I go. And of course we can also pick up reckless, and of course we can also pick up aim, but as we are moving in between enemies, we will be close quarter, we will be utilizing close quarter, wade, and also Warcry. Both of them kind of requires to be close to enemy. One thing for willpower, none of disability costs 5, disability costs 5, disability costs 4. Basically they're only options that use your willpower. So best case scenario, you would end up with 15 willpower, which means you can 3 times easily without any single kill kinda use one or another, or you see, either it's 10, either it's 15, kind of something like that. And for speed, as you saw, we took speedy legs, so this armor reduces by 2, this gives 5, so it's plus 3. We have 6. For 20 we need something like this, so that's 20 speed, that's 5 tiles you can move. And if we do, let me see if we can we have it? Yes, we can. So this would be something kind of, and of course, I already hear you all guys screaming. You could, I could save some Warcry, I could save, I don't know, maybe Bloodlust. No, maybe Bloodlust is the worst to save. Maybe Close Quarters if I'm not receiving enough damage, or instead of Rage Burst, just stick with Adrenaline Rush. That's true. That's absolutely true. I tried out. There are no right or wrong. There are more fit to play style and what you lack in your team. So in this case, of course, I didn't took. Okay. I'll take it. I have 7 soldier points and it costs 10, so we are -3. All right, we are over the budget. But in this case, this is absolutely devastating. If I come close to enemy, I most likely will. No, I withdraw my, because if we are going cannon, and if you can land a shot. Let me see what's the outcome, because we have 30% increase, but melee will be 30 plus 80%. Let me do quick calculations. What is actual outcome? Because this heavy will be 180 times 1.3, 234. Is one shot, 2, 3, 4 is the damage, and this will be 140 times 1.8, 252. Little to basically we have 20 damage is the difference, but this requires to stand next to the enemy. This requires distance. So yeah, as I said, I will try, and every single time will kinda, how to say, find a way to disregard melee approach. I don't like melee, so yeah, that's true. But these 10 points, that's the only difference. Even if you are not picking, the weight can be reduced. So you pick up. That's it. Otherwise you are. But for argument's sake, just for argument's sake, I am giving him melee weapon as well. And that would be my approach for this particular guy. For here, I have the damn Boom Blast, and you see, there's the problem with the weight. That is a problem. And here, honestly, absolutely honestly, if I'm not sending the guy in, I don't need jump jet. If I'm not building Boom Blast, this Storm Missile probably is not the greatest of the greatest, but you know what is greatest? When you have absolutely crazy accuracy, then you can do same Rage Burst, you have Adrenaline Rush, and you can do Armor Break. You know why? Because close quarter base, no, you will be not in close contact, no, you will be not close, no, and ignore pain, you will not be in harm's way. But Bloodlust, maybe someone of your guys can shoot in the back and then at the beginning of the map, of the match, of the combat. And if we go, let's just go a little bit crazy. Because we have increased accuracy, so there's no harm to reduce it a little bit. And willpower again, I will have... To be honest, I think I will increase strength. Because every single time... Okay, maybe too much, maybe I didn't need that. Every single time you use a rage burst, you empty all that magazine. All magazine is gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rounds basically you have with you. And what we have, let me just unpack what we have. Mm-hmm. 30 here, 30 here. We have, if someone shoots you in the back, you can go up to 50. How this bloodlust works, I tested it out. It is literally, now they're removed. Every 2% your health is lost, you gain 1% bonus. So if, and I think this guy starts and we, oh, okay, no, he has increased, but normally everyone has with 20 strength, 200 health. So you need to reduce to 0 to have full bonus of bloodlust. If you remove health, let's say to the half, from 200 to 100, you will have only half of the damage boost, which is 25%. So the multiplier kinda, it's kind of bad, but from other hand, as you are staying far back, let's say, that actually will be better, would be better with Boom Blast build, but still you're accurate as hell. Nah, I will give him this. Why? Because this is way better weapon to go through walls and stuff, so you don't need to move around. You remove walls between you and enemy, wherever you stand, and keep absolutely destroying them. When you enable armor break, as I said, basically skill goes down with one full rage burst. And it was fun to look. Armor break combined with rage burst and combined with the scepter. As I said, it's really a big circle, so you shoot, but every single bullet lands, removes any enemy armor by 50. So it's basically unarmoring everything your guy sees. And then in the next turn you can go adrenaline rush and shoot 4 different guys. Right. Just keep in mind this armor break works with the next shot. So either you enable armor break and then go 5 shots with every single shot removing that armor, or you enable once, then use adrenaline rush, and then only 1 shot will be removing armor, and afterwards you can't enable it again because adrenaline rush prohibits that. So there are some things to keep in mind to make it work, but this would be something I would... I need 1 more. 1 point, I spent 1 point. So he can move 4 tiles. Damage output is, to be honest, crazy. It is 1.6. Let me calculate it for you. We have 288 every single shot without bloodlust. Bloodlust is up to you how much you want to damage your guy, and then it works. So the real problem with this build, and the only problem, is you want it all. You want, for example, I have this absolutely crazy guy which could be melee. You see, I could boost also melee here. Three abilities that boost melee. Kinda insane. Then melee definitely would be better. Then you have a rage burst, then you have armor break, then you have adrenaline rush, then bloodlust. It all so awesomely go together. This is awesome build to try out. This is something I would suggest, especially the Scepter and Armor Break. But yeah, I know it looks funny, especially with skipped leg day, but I had really some fun with two of these guys and destroying everything in the path. So yeah, before that, I need also to enable and show you this little cool thing, my opinion about unique abilities, what you look for. So as quickly as I can, Bombardier is explained quite, yeah, I remove jetpack. So that's the case where you have jetpacks, when you want to go Boom Blast build. Because I will just remind you, when you have Boom Blast and mounted a rocket launcher, you can shoot and have 5 explosions. You enable adrenaline rush. That means you can four times shoot your grenade launcher. No, before that you enable Boom Blast. Okay, it's willpower costly. Boom Blast for free to use mounted rocket launcher, and then you enable adrenaline rush for extended grenade launcher and 4 times launching grenades. So 5 times that and then just imagine you have 5 of such guys, so you have 25 explosions in a turn. That's basically what you can do if you have full demolisher build. I know, basically you can clear the whole battleground to the absolute flat. So yeah, that's why Bombardier is something, okay, probably 2 is a bit too high rating. It would not be that popular. It's only with one particular build works together very well. Close quarter, as you see, this is for melee build for sure, and also enables you kinda for shotgun. But then, as per calculations, the Scepter is better than shotgun for rage burst, for anything, to be honest. So, but yeah, that's an option as well. That's similar to the familiar striker build, right? Because that consists of, yeah, actually it consists of Berserker and Assault. But here we have heavy, so yeah, you are not utilizing heavy for that shotgunner, so that's why I'm giving only 2 points for shotgun build. Sniperist, absolutely. Why? Because once you have Sniperist, you can swap out your Hell Cannon to Sniper Rifle, and I will just show you what's the difference. At the end, okay, this is high-end rifle, but still, at the end, the difference is 10 damage. Either it's 180 or 170. But another difference is it's 3 times higher effective range, so you will not be bothered by accuracy lost or anything. Then you can, with such, when you have Sniperist unique ability, what you can have, now it looks like Sniper, but it's not. What you can have, then you can bring back that, come on, you can bring back that heavy mount, and then you have your also Bombardier possibility, right? So there's so many options and what you can do. I'll leave it just for Sniperist. Yeah, it looks funny, I know. Most of them, when you combine, look funny. So Sniperist is absolutely, I'm not even letting it go. It will be 3 and always with heavy. It goes together with heavy and Berserker. It's absolutely must have, because it also adds 20 damage to with the rifle itself. Heavy strongman, yes, this is another example when you don't have Sniperist. You have your normal heavy, whatever it is, grenade launcher or Hell Cannon. So 2.5, because I think this accuracy is a bit better. So Sniperist is better than Strongman for this build. Trooper, no, I'd say simply no, because of too little damage per burst, per projectile, not benefiting so much from Kind of it's the same as the scepter, but you can't have hell cannon, for example. Hell cannon is, in my opinion, better than the scepter then. So yeah, the assault rifles will not stand the chance against other weapons as sniper rifles or heavies. Self-defense, no go. They already use 1 action point per shot, so they definitely go against Adrenaline Rush itself and useless with Rage Burst, so no, there's no synergy. Cautious, yes, it is an option and thing to go, look forward if you're comfortable with damage, because the sacrifice of damage, but remember, either one of which abilities you pick, they are reducing accuracy by 50%. 50%, that's a lot. That is a lot. That's why this guy moves close to the targets, and this guy has accuracy increased by armor, because you need to compensate that. And having a cautious, the only thing why I didn't pick it, I'm out of soldier points. Well, I have them, of course, but that's cheating, right? If I'm using my saved Phoenix points. But cautious will be something also really highly rated because of accuracy. Quarterback, grenade range does not work with grenade launcher, but you have that speed, so little to nothing, but yeah, if you need that speed so much, go for it. Biochemist Thief, no one is stealthy, viral weapons are absolutely joke, so no, that you don't want. Reckless, my favorite, I know, you can let me know in comment section why you dislike, because yes, accuracy hit is huge. You have 50 removed. You have also with this guy reduced accuracy by 10%, and then 50%, then yeah, 80% in total. So yes, it's pretty inaccurate. When you start blasting with this huge damage, you're like, I don't care. So yeah, that's my opinion. 3, reckless is good, because heavy is the type of class that destroys walls, objects, armors, skillless, chirons, you name it, heavy destroys it. And the Berserker enables it even more versatile and without armor, so it's, yeah. Anyways, Farsighted, just because willpower. You will be kind of willpower heavy, as you can see. You could save 2 willpower here. It's just my approach for 15. Of course, you can work with less and more, use recover and other means necessarily. And resourceful, carry weight and strength. Here I kinda, no, yeah, with heavy armor it's you can't manage it. Let me show you what, yeah. So that's 5 magazines only. That's the resourceful definitely will boost your chances and choices, what you can pick and how much you can just go boom blasting and rage bursting, right? So 2.5, that's my rating for unique ability. Resourceful and healer, of course, 2 additional willpower is always welcome. Not so much for healing, but willpower, yeah, very much I like it for this build. I will mention one last thing I had kept in my mind. Either one of the builds, let's take an example. If you go full heavy, right? If you go full heavy, I can't show you on this build because we have mutated parts, but what you have at the end, if you have full, this is the heaviest armor you can possibly find in the game. 40, 35, 33. This is the weakest part, 33. Once you have this close quarter evade, it means enemy must have 44 damage per shot, and even then it will not go through this heavy armor. And with the same logic, it's more, there are heavy weapons and sniper rifles in their arsenal, so you can still take hit. But if you add in this this close quarter guy, this close quarter, remember, build that is screaming war cry and probably going brawling with melee weapon, right? That was our build, and relies on receiving some damage for increased output damage. If you have a technician that can absolutely guarantee you 20 more armor for this build, see? Imagine that. You have 33, you have 20 added, you have, right, 20, it was 20. You have 53 armor. It is already high. But wait, high, you have reduced armor incoming. So from 53 damage that your armor can absorb, 53, you need to divide by 0.75, 70. If enemies, weapons, projectiles, shooting, whatever how you call, does damage 70 with enable technician electric reinforcement, this armor, this absolute Terminator will receive 0 damage. By my calculations, that's how it works. Of course, this is again relying for another soldier to assist you, but then you have some heavy hitting, killer, insane bloodlust, armor removing, rage burst. It's not even Terminator. That's just that's the I'll be back guy. you get what I mean. And this would be some build I would be comfortable, and with this electric reinforcement from technician, I would be absolutely okay to send it in rate of fire. Then probably I will take also ignore pain. Just you get the idea. So this build is absolutely with so many variations, so many applications, with so many weapons. The scepter is viable, hell cannon is viable, grenade launcher is viable, and melee weapon is viable. And you have also mounted weapon. All of them for this build, there's more of the preference. So if you haven't built anything like that, I strongly suggest to go it and tell me what's your favorite, because you have to have it. It's a okay. I think this video is the longest of them all, but you had to see all the chances, all them. I can't show you all, but the idea what you can do with this combination. Heavy Berserker, that's like a crazy big guy, you know. All right, thanks for watching. Let me know if there's something you want to mention regarding this combo. Maybe I missed something. Any other comments, always welcome. Any questions, let me down in comment section, and I'll hopefully be soon through all the combinations, and so we will meet in another videos. Cheers.